is a spiritual deity. Freedom and liberty and justice shall fight for you. When you fight for freedom with all your soul, take it from me. This is Broadcasting Corporation of Biafra, BCB, the voice of the nation, the voice.
Fellow Biafrans, this is Rose Ama. Today is May 29th, and this program is in honor of Biafra Remembrance Day, May 30th. The month of May has great significance for all those who identify as Biafrans. On May 30th, 1967, General C. Odumegwu Ojukwu declared the sovereign state of Biafra, unyoking us from Nigeria, ushering the name Biafra into world history. We thank our listeners and encourage you to use this Remembrance Day as an opportunity for deep reflection. As part of this opportunity to reflect on who we are, BCB has asked Biafrans in the homeland and the diaspora to address the question, what does Biafra mean to you? You will hear the voices of Biafrans at various moments in our program as they respond to this question. Some of them have invoked the UN Universal Declaration of Human Rights and other human rights documents as they tell us what Biafra means to them. Others have answered in terms of their vision of hope for Biafra. We recognize the importance of all these contributions, and BCB shares them with you, our people, without censorship. Whether you identify as a Biafran or call yourself by another name or identify ethnically, the history of Biafra, what happened to Biafra over 50 years ago, and what continues to happen in Biafra today are your legacy. We hope that these voices and this program will inspire you to reflect on what Biafra means to you, not only today, but also in the future as we continue on this important journey. Today, we stand at the precipice of enormous transformation, whether we are aware of it or not. It has tremendous implications for our survival. Either we face destruction or we survive. It is now time to reflect and to act. Join us. This is Rose Ama. And here is a special announcement from the leadership of Biafra government in exile. This is BCB.
Good evening, wonderful people of Biafra, and welcome to another Sunday broadcast coming to you from Broadcasting Corporation of Biafra, BCB. The cardinal focus of Biafra government in exile is to ensure that Biafra leaves Nigeria and become once again an independent, free, democratic, prosperous nation it was originally meant to be. BGIE is fully engaged in Biafra exit program through a non-violent approach. We believe that all indigenous peoples, wherever they may be, in southeast Nigeria, in north central Nigeria, in middle belt region of Nigeria, and indeed the southwest part of Nigeria, they all have the right to self-determination, a right recognized internationally and contained in the United Nations Charter on the Rights of Indigenous Peoples. Since 1966 especially, leading into the beginning of the war in 1967 until present, Biafrans, especially Igbos, have been under severe marginalization, oppression, and systemic genocide. We are now witnessing state-sponsored terrorism through the jihadist terrorist Fulani headsmen under the satanic umbrella of Mayati Allah, Cattle Breeders Association, whose grand patron is the outgoing President of Nigeria, Muhammadu Buhari. These jihadists and terrorists have occupied our forests and our farms in southeast Biafra land, unleashing terror and mayhem. They have now taken to kidnapping of innocent people going about their business for huge ransom. These huge sums of money they collect from their new business and crime of kidnapping is being deployed to the procurement of arms and ammunition in preparation to massive attack and mass murder of Ndibo on a scale never seen before in history. We are facing genocide in the face, and time is running out. We either unite now or die. If we do not come together as a people, at home and in diaspora, the inevitable is bound to happen. These dangerous killer headsmen, who are effectively the foot soldiers of Islam, the front line of jihad, will descend upon us in a final onslaught designed to subdue us, put the fear of God into us, take over our land, and impose Islamic religion upon us by force. If you have been complacent, if you have been careless, if you have been sleeping, wishing things away, going about your business, chasing money, going into politics, thinking everything will be fine, the harrowing account of the kidnap by Fulani headsmen of the Methodist Church of Nigeria prelate, His Eminence Samuel Kanu Uche, will wake you up from your slumber. It is a rude awakening for us to know the danger that we face. Unite, or we all perish altogether. We already knew a jihad was being planned, because back in the 60s or even in the 50s, there were warnings. We were being told by the leaders of the North, Sir Ahmadu Bello, Tafawa Balewa, and all of them. They openly declared that once the British leaves the shores of Nigeria, they would continue their interrupted jihad to the sea. They've often said that the estate called Nigeria belongs to their father Uthman Dan Fodio, and that they will use the northern minorities as willing tools and the south as their slaves and never allow them to rule over them. Northern leaders bragged openly that they have reached Lagos and are now ready to reach Port Harcourt too and dip the Quran in the Atlantic Ocean. The warnings are there. If you have not taken them serious in the past, the kidnap of the bishop is a rude shock to you. Wake up today. We either unite and defend our territory or we die. The Nigerian government and her security forces are the key sponsors and supporters of these marauding invaders. The government of Buhari is complicit in genocide going on in Biafra land, in Alibo and other areas in southern Nigeria and even Benue. It is time for everyone to come together and defend our land. All traditional rulers should join this effort, for you are the custodians of the land. All bishops, church leaders, general overseers, you must join in this effort too. All town union leaders, market union leaders, and all youth and women groups all over Biafra land. You must now recognize that we are in danger of being exterminated. These terrorists, bandits, and kidnappers will not make any distinction. They will not differentiate between Igbo or Ijo or Efik or Ishekiri. They will treat all of us as one, and they will kill with impunity. They will not respect anyone, whether a clergy or traditional ruler or even the politicians who is trying to do their bidding. They will kill, maim, and destroy, because this is the mission of their Lord and Master, the devil. The devil only comes to steal, to kill, and to destroy. Biafra government in exile, together with partners in the struggle, are determined to defend our land, protect our people, and restore the independent state of Biafra and protect her borders from terrorists and jihadists. We call for support from all and sundry, church leaders, traditional leaders, politicians, town and market unions, with the governance structure we have put in place at home and in exile. We stand ready to deliver in a transparent, accountable, and effective fashion the freedom and security we all need. The days of mismanagement of funds raised for the struggle are over. Anyone who made personal gains in the past or is thinking of making personal gains now from the restoration of Biafra should think again. The land will catch up with you, with anyone who deliberately deceives the people in the name of Biafra restoration. And the ancestors will not deal kindly with such persons and their generations to come. Every Biafran should now be very clear as to the danger on our very doorstep. The terrorist Fulani are battle ready, and time is no longer on our side. We must unite, prevent this genocide that is upon us, stop the jihad, restore Biafra, and defend our territory, or we will face unimaginable consequences. Thank you and God bless you. May God bless and protect our land.
This is the Broadcasting Corporation of Biafra, BCB.
Good day, good evening, fellow Biafrans. We end our special program today with a short entry from Ojukwu's journal. We're focusing on June 2nd and 3rd, 1967, just a few days after the declaration of the sovereign state of Biafra. June 2nd, Ojukwu writes, Abdul Atta, permanent secretary in the Federal Ministry of Finance, writes to Malam Ahmed Talib, permanent secretary, Northern Nigeria Ministry of Finance, explaining to him that for the economic interests of Northern Nigeria, quote, the East should not be allowed to secede, unquote. Biafra cargoes in Apapa Wharf are confiscated by Lagos regime. June 3rd. Biafran government proclaims the republic as a disturbed area under the Law and Order Maintenance Decree 1967 and orders the total mobilization of the resources and people of Biafra. Lagos regime begins to use its British-loaned navy, quote and unquote, to intercept oil tankers proceeding to the oil terminal of Bani in Biafra. This is the end of Ojukwu's entries for these 2 days. Clearly, Nigeria has tightened its noose around Biafra's neck. The nation is only a few days old, not even a month old. And the economic embargo has begun, and the various segments have now started to threaten the survival of this nation. The economic warfare has begun, even before the physical warfare. The strangulation that Biafra experienced then has continued. So for those who are asking, Why Biafra? Why now? Why do we persist? Here is an indication that even before the nation established its footing, Biafra was already threatened. Do we need any more evidence? And that strangulation has continued. Again, it is the economic resources, the economic survival of Nigeria that depends on Biafra or Biafran territories, the southeast. These people are not interested in the survival of the southeast. They're interested primarily in what is under the soil, what we produce. They want to crush us. If anyone has been listening to the media coverage of the abduction of the Methodist prelate who has just been released, you would hear again the articulation of an attempt to strangle the Southeast, Biafra, in the voices of those people who kidnapped them. As the prelate said over and over, they were Fulani herdsmen. Their interest was nothing but the strangulation of the Southeast. They wanted money, yes. Ask yourselves, what are they going to do with all that money? But to arm themselves. So it is either they bleed us by kidnapping our people and asking for ransom, or they bleed us by controlling all our resources, or they bleed us by killing us. This is a project of extermination either way. Their goal is to expand the Sokoto old caliphate of Usman Danfodio from the north to the Atlantic. And it has not stopped. It will not stop. Biafrans, you need to wake up. Those of you who have been welcoming them and claiming that they come in peace, you need to wake up. Let's engage the situation with a critical eye. It is not enough to assume that they come in peace. Maybe one or two. We can't make that mistake again, because that was the mistake we made in 1966 when they were butchering our people and we did not think that they would massacre us. We thought, many Igbos, many Southeasterners did not think the war was going to happen. It took them by surprise. And by the time they realized that these people were serious and wanted to exterminate Southeasterners, especially Igbos, because at that point, anybody from the Southeast or the East was referred to as Nyamiri. They made no distinctions. It was too late. It was too late. We cannot continue to play ostrich with our heads in the sand. Wake up. It is time to get wiser, my people. Biafrans, this is it. It is time to get wiser and be engaged. Thank you for joining us today. We hope that you'll continue to support us and to listen to BCB. Like us on Facebook and on YouTube. We look forward to being with you again next week. Peace. This is Rosama, and this is BCB, the Broadcasting Corporation of Biafra. This is the Broadcasting Corporation of Biafra. Thank you for listening to us today. Join us next time for news, cultural, and educational programs. This is the Broadcasting Corporation of Biafra, BCB.
Hail to Biafra, consecrated nation. O Fatherland, this people's holy pledge, defending thee shall be our dedication. Spilling our blood will count our privilege. The waving stands and reachable is the free shall always be our flag of liberty. We shall emerge triumphant from this ordeal, and through the crucible unscathed will pass. When we are poised, the walls of battle to heal, we shall remember those who died in mass. Then shall our trumpets peal the glorious song of victory. We score, oh mighty rock. Oh God, protect us from the heathen pitfall. Guide all our movements, lest we go astray. Give us the strength to